This is fresh off the press and breaking news as Lava Network just announced the Lava token. We're going to look into the tokenomics, a potential airdrop, magma points, and how this brand new Cosmos Layer 1 blockchain is going to look like. But let's get started one by one and talk first about the ETF flows, because there has been some bearish developments, to be honest. We saw $217.5 million in outflows yesterday. We also saw that BlackRock halted their flows. So this is the second consecutive day of no flows at all. Fidelity for the first time witnessing net outflows, same for ARK Invest and also Bitwise and also Volcker. So red day, $220 million. And this has been one of the biggest red days for the ETF, for the Bitcoin spot ETF. You can see here, IBIT zero net inflows and Fidelity's FBTC saw the first net outflow yesterday. But also remember that in 4 days, on April 30th, we're going to see the Hong Kong spot ETFs for Bitcoin and Ethereum starting to trade. But also we're seeing a bit of a macro shakeout right now, where some of the numbers that recently came out, also around the US GDP development, that are not as good as expected. But now let's get into the news of the day. Lava Network, which I've been covering here on this channel for a very long time. We also did an interview here, I think a year and a half, 2 years ago. There's also a more recent interview we did with Yair on the Stake C2 YouTube account. But the TLDR is basically that Lava is building incentivized RPC infrastructure. And if you've been around in crypto land for some time, especially in DeFi, you might have heard of Infura being a systemic risk factor for Ethereum DeFi, which is also a centralized kind of company and arm of Consensus, which is one of the core contributors to Ethereum. We see now Lava Network being a full-on Cosmos SDK Layer 1 blockchain that aims to fix that once and for all, building a decentralized RPC infrastructure, a modular data layer basically, that is home to Cosmos, but also compatible with pretty much the rest of crypto, right? So also compatible with Ethereum, also compatible with Solana, and so on and so forth. We also talked in February about their $15 million seed round. We actually with Stake C2 also invested into Lava. And another thing that was announced yesterday was a partnership with Rollchains. If you are an avid C2 viewer, then you know what Rollchains are, right? We talked about this with Jack Sampolin, the founder of Strangelove, who's also behind Rollchains, which is basically tapping into Celestia and merges rollups with Cosmos chains, so-called Rollchains. Anyways, that's a separate topic. Today, I want to focus on the Lava token. And you can already see here the announcement gained massive traction, almost 300K impressions here. The total supply for Lava is 1 billion coins, and Lava also aims to become deflationary as quick as possible. They also have a built-in burn mechanism and also a built-in restaking mechanism, which is very interesting. So I'm going to explain all of that. But basically, 1 billion coins is the total supply, the max supply for Lava. There will never be more than 1 billion coins. And honestly, this is a very well thought out economic flywheel between all the key actors in the Lava network, in the Lava system. Because on the one hand, you have consumers that are buying subscription plans in Lava. So Lava is also kind of the native currency within the Lava ecosystem. Then you have providers that can stake their Lava tokens on individual specs, ensuring integrity of their service. And then you have validators, traditional validators, like, in the Cosmos ecosystem. Validators are there to stake and secure the network. So you can, one, stake to validators, but then you can also stake to providers. And you also don't have to choose between the two, because you will be able to stake to a validator and then restake that asset to a provider in order to really maximize capital efficiency and also to ensure that you are securing the network. With Stake C2, obviously, we are not only investors into Lava Network, but also we are running a validator. So you will be able to delegate to Stake C2. You will be able to see us once the token is live. Token holders will then have the option, like I said, to stake their tokens to validators, but then also to restake that token to a provider and obviously participate in on-chain governance. And some of the kind of important roles of on-chain governance is to also determine the pricing for API specs and for their kind of subscription service, right? That kind of the whole Lava ecosystem or Lava network is providing. Champions are the ones who create, develop, and maintain RPC and API specs and software for rewards. they are the actually kind of heart of the Lava product in that sense. And chains can then deposit token incentives to Lava, which basically creates this incentivization around RPC and API infrastructure, right? Which is currently not really the case in the broader crypto space. Now, the utility of the Lava token is first and foremost that it is the asset denomination in order to pay for gas fees. Like I said, Lava network is its own Cosmos layer 1 blockchain. So Lava is a native gas token. It's also the native currency in the Lava system. Also, it's there to secure the Lava chain. So Lava is required in order to provide economic security to the Lava network. And also it's the native asset for providers in the Lava ecosystem. Here's a full breakdown of the tokenomics and token distribution. 15% is listed here for future initiatives, which might include an airdrop. And we're going to talk about this in a second. 3.4% is allocated for validators. So I think this is basically kind of simulating the inflationary yield in the beginning. Obviously, they have to kind of roll out the token initially. 17% is for early backers, 27% for core contributors, and then 31%, the biggest share here, for ecosystem and research and development. The unlock schedule, I think, is also very important, either if you're receiving an airdrop or if you're an early investor or if you are planning to buy Lava on the open market, because this is really what gives you an insight on the supply that's being released on the market, right? So in the first year, we're actually going to stay below 25% of the Lava supply being on the market. After that first year, there's the first unlock for early investors that almost doubles the supply to nearly 500 million, or 50% of the total supply. And then only after year 4 is where the unlocks are basically ending for early backers. And then we are just above 75% or 80% of the supply that will be circulating at that point. So it will be a 4-year process to roll out most of the liquidity and most of the tokens. Now, in terms of growth, which is probably the most important thing that you care about, there's basically 2 things, as far as I understand at least, right? Number 1, we have Magma points, which is basically a points system that rewards users of those incentivized RPC pools, right? And what you will probably be able to do, even if you are a Cosmos native user, or I'm sure this also works on other wallets like Phantom, whatever. But if you're a Cosmos native user, you'll be able to basically switch the RPC provider in your Kepler wallet or Leap wallet or any other wallet to a Lava provider. And that, if by doing that, you would then collect Magma points. And those Magma points might in the future translate into Lava tokens. I actually don't really have a clear insight on that, how they will look like. But yeah, you can earn points, and this might translate later into Lava tokens. Then they also mention here Lava drop seasons to boost growth and engagement. Airdrops to network participants may take place. So far, we don't really know if there's going to be an airdrop at all. I hope there is one. And if there is one, then you most likely will be eligible, because I think also Lava being a Cosmos layer 1 blockchain, the closest and most likely would probably be to drop tokens to the Cosmos Hub community. That's just my random guess. But maybe also to like communities outside of Cosmos, right? They're closely aligned, I think, with Solana and some other ecosystems, so that also makes sense. But yeah, this is pretty much it. So Lava Network, definitely one to put on your radar. This is one of the next launches that is going live in the Cosmos ecosystem, that has been around for many years, survived the bear market, is coming out very strong of the bear market. Like you saw here, $15 million raise announced 2 months ago. So they're well-funded, big team, experienced. I met Yari a couple of times. He was at Cosmoverse, all the other events. And also what I like about them is they're actually focused on shipping a finished product, right? And closely aligned also with Near, Ethereum, Starknet, right? Also kind of all the Ethereum players, also with Axelar network. So it's very, very interesting what they're building. I think this is a much needed product, strong product market fit. And yeah, I'm excited to see where this is going, right? And maybe this is also one of the kind of less talked about chains, right? Because I think everyone's talking about Parachain, everyone's talking about also Babylon, EigenLayer, right? But Lava is critical infrastructure that is launching with a finished product. And that is very, very cool. Anyways, that's all for today. I hope you enjoy your Friday. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Until then, stay safe and be good.